Hello everyone, it's Martin back with another post-processing video. I'm posting this on November 4th, the same day that we posted the 10th episode. Now I'm going to get the Coot video out before this. I don't know if Alex is going to get one posted in between the Coot and this one, but we'll see. But yeah, so these are just really easy for us to make. I mean, we don't have to schedule, we don't have to, work like scheduling with our photographers, scheduling between ourselves. I mean they take way less time to edit, generally, because people don't really, I mean, you can mess up more talking to other people, but when you're just kind of just talking to yourself editing an image, it's not that bad, and they're much shorter. So yeah, we might actually even be looking at doing these weekly, but we will have to see. This is gonna be another peer reviewed edit. The people on the screen looked at it, thought the general gist of what I'm going to be recreating went okay as well. And yeah, now also one thing you might have noticed from the Coot video is that sometimes my brain does not function while I'm editing. So I'll be like, oh, I'm going to turn up the saturation, and then I end up turning the contrast up or something. So just ignore that. That's just me being dumb, basically. But yeah, so today I'm going to be doing a super, super basic edit. I've just got a great gray portrait, nothing crazy going on, not a lot that needs to be fixed, pretty perfect conditions for, I mean, it's not a super creative shot or anything. It's kind of boring, but I mean, you can't really ask for more, especially with a subject like a great gray. Just got a clean background, in focus bird, eye level, basically what you want, right? Now, what I want to do with this, as I said, not a lot that I think needs to be done. I'm definitely, it looks a little like light, little missing some contrast, so I'm going to work on fixing that. Going to mess with the colors a little bit, and I think that is basically that. Yeah, as I said, less complicated than the last one. One of the more easy edits. I mean, not a lot I'm going to have to do with this. Now, Lightroom actually just dropped some new features with the selective editing. Now, do I like the new selective update? I don't know. That's an interesting question. You see, the problem is, I always do a lot of selective editing. Just if I want to do color correction on certain parts, or yada yada yada. So I have a lot of certain masks going on at the same time, and I have a lot of muscle memory built up from that as well. So this new system that they kind of put in place threw a wrench into everything, sort of. But it's okay. I have to press a few more buttons to do the same thing, but it's not terrible. However, the one thing that really makes up for that are these two new functions, the subject select and then the selecting the sky. Now, I'm on Lightroom Mobile. I'm not really familiar with Lightroom on computer. I'm editing on an iPad Pro currently, and I know Photoshop on a computer is supposed to be like insane. So I'm gonna hopefully start working with that in a little bit. But right now, I'm just working on Lightroom Mobile on an iPad Pro, and we do have these tools available to us right now. So I'm gonna do select subject. Can't do select sky because there is no sky in this image. So we'll have to test that out in a later date in another episode. But as you can see here, this subject select does really well. I mean, this is an easy frame to do it. But even on more complicated frames, I have seen um, it works pretty well. I mean, it works pretty decently. Now, I'm just gonna make that mask for him. I'm not gonna work on it at the moment. I just want to work for the background. Maybe, maybe no, I don't want to do that. Just gonna turn the saturation up, not that much, and then the hue. I might just mess with hue a little bit, the hues of the greens and the yellows, but not a lot that I want to do with this. Yeah, I don't know. I think that looks good. Just more like saturation in the background, and I don't want it to be like overpoweringly green, so I kind of just chilled out the greens with the hue a little bit. Um, but yeah, so I mean, I don't know, not a lot I want to do on the background, anyways. Pretty easy. Right now for the bird itself, I might turn up the exposure a little bit. Definitely turn up the contrast. I'm gonna turn down the highlights. Might actually knock that exposure back down real quick. Turn down the whites. I'm gonna turn down the blacks a little. Uh, I think that looks good. I think that looks good. Um, and then for color correction, okay, I'm gonna do a different brush for the face real quick. cover the face. And then I'm not gonna. I mean, this isn't. I'm not doing like, I'm not messing with the blacks or the whites or anything a lot. I'm just doing like color correction. I'm not even messing with the saturation. I don't think. Maybe I might knock down the saturation a little bit, but I'm not making a super exact mask because of those reasons. Some people might call it sloppy editing. I don't care. It gets the job done. So for this color, I think I'm gonna turn up the warmth. Definitely gonna turn that tint up, and actually I might just bump down the saturation a little bit. Um, Pretty cool. I'm actually going to bump down the saturation on the whole body as well. It has a little bit of a brown look, which isn't bad. I mean, the bird is like brown and gray, but I want to just have a little bit just more gray in there, if that makes sense. Um, so yeah, and one more thing, might just bump up the exposure on the whole bird. I almost called it saturation there for a second. So I think I like how this looks. I'm also going to turn up dehaze on the frame a little bit too, just to make it a little less hazy. I might turn down contrast on the face. Then I might turn up the tint just a little more. And cool. I don't know. I think I like how that looks. I mean, as I said, not super complicated. Actually, I'm going to turn down the warmth just a little bit on the face. Ta-da! Yeah, super easy. Nothing really difficult at all. I'm just switching between the raw and the edit just to make sure I like it. I actually might color. I'm mixing. I might turn up the luminance on the greens a little. Okay. Yeah, yeah, that looks fine. I mean, not a super, as I said, not a complicated edit. Just a great gray with a clean background. But I think I'm good with this. I'm liking how it's looking at the moment. I don't know if did I show the full frame earlier. I'm not exactly sure. I apologize if I did, but here's a full frame. So this was the crop, except for, I mean, it was all raw except for that. So I'm just gonna reset that crop. But yeah, so yeah, I'm good with this. I'm liking how it's looking. It's sharp, clean background. I might post this shot on my Instagram before I actually post this video and get it out. But I think that's all for me today. Once again, we're going to try to get a lot of these out. And then we've got some other people that are working. We're working on getting on the show relatively soon. So keep an eye out for that as well. But that's all I've got for you guys today. I hope you have a wonderful day and I thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time.